we should ask about all this and more.
Michael Babcock.
Michael Babcock, our best friend for life or longer.
Yes, and it's Wednesday, so you know we're checking in with Michael Babcock at TMZ.
Maddie, Jeremy, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, good. I can kind of hear you. I can't see you, but
Okay.
I can hear. How you doing?
Audio. So sorry about the audio.
Oh no, you're fine. Hey, no problem. Nothing to apologize for. I can hear you. I can hear you great, well enough.
Well, it's so good to see you, my friend. I've missed
You too. You too. It's so good to hear you.
Kind of hear me.
Hear muffled, not see you. But what are we talking about today, Babcock?
What's that, Maddie? I'm sorry.
What are we talking about today?
Sorry.
Technology.
We are talking about. Why don't we start with the Bill Belichick and all of this crazy drama that's going on with his ex-girlfriend and his current girlfriend. So. This is crazy. I mean, there has been, first of all, so much said about her over the last couple of weeks. Ever since Bill Belichick did this sit-down interview with CBS, where Jordan Hudson, who is, mind you, he's 73, she's 24 years old, she steps in and stops several times this CBS interview that he was doing. And since then, it's just been a free-for-all. I mean, the people saying that she could potentially be banned from University of North Carolina, where Bill coaches. Anyway, in December, there was a crazy incident between Bill's current girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend. Now, Linda Holliday was his ex, someone who is a lot closer in age to him. Regardless, though, they are at this party now. It is a big time party in the New England area on December 6th, and it's called the Stroll Party, and it's about 9:30 at night. Now, Linda Holliday is there because her daughters are DJing the party. Jordan Hudson wants to go to this party, and she does, and she ends up going with a woman who was her friend. Her name is Melissa Sapini, but she is Miss Massachusetts. So they're hanging out. Linda Holliday, the ex, is there with her daughters. Linda sees Jordan there. She does not want her there. She tries to get her kicked out. That doesn't really go over. Essentially, Jordan says, look, I want to be at the party. I've heard it's a cool party and I want to be here. And, I'm not here to cause trouble with anybody. Anyway, they ultimately have a confrontation and there are words exchanged. There is also, if you listen to this report that we've got, there was also a threat that Linda Holliday, the ex-girlfriend, made towards one of Jordan Hudson, his friend, the Miss Massachusetts winner, where she says, hey, you better choose wisely who your friends are, because basically, if you don't, I know a lot of people in this pageant world, and it's not going to be good for your career. So seemingly a veiled threat, or not even veiled, really, seemingly a threat. And I think it just underscores the tension that is existing in Bill Belichick's life right now, especially between these two women who he used to date. Whoever would have thought that this would be a story?
A stories. My goodness, everything I see is, like Bill Belichick, Jordan, ruining his career. I'm just like, this girl seems like bad news bears.
I mean, it's I was going to say funny, but it's crazy to think that he's in this position, because he was always the guy. And if anyone is a football fan, like over the years, no distractions, and it's just about football, and anything that wasn't helping him win a football game, and if it was his players, same deal. Like, if you're not helping us win the football game, then you're not helping. You're working against us. But now everything that is talked about with him is about his relationship, and never, ever would have thought. And when he was with the woman, Linda Holliday, you knew who she was, but they laid low, and it wasn't like this front news story.
I wish they were recording this for a reality show right now.
Oh.
I do too, Jeremy. That would be
It
great.
would be gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold.
It would be.
If she gets him to do a reality show, then I'm gonna throw my hands up, because at that point I don't know.
You're like, I'm done.
Selling out.
What else you got for us today, Michael?
So Chris Brown too. So I mean, people may have heard about this. So on Thursday, Chris Brown was arrested in Manchester. So he He flies into town on a private jet and then goes to his hotel where he's staying, and he is arrested and he's charged with grievous assault. It goes back to a alleged incident in 2023 where he got into a fight with a producer named Abraham Diao, and Chris is said to hit the guy with a bottle and really hurt him pretty badly. He was not arrested. Chris wasn't at the time in 2023, but obviously the police were investigating and they were seemingly waiting for their opportunity for Chris to come into their country, and they were going to pounce on him, and seemingly that's exactly what happened here. So they arrest him, and then he's sitting in there. So he was in since Thursday, night after night after night in jail, and he's got a tour that was supposed to start in a couple of days here. Well, he thought he was going to be in jail until at least mid-June when he could get a hearing. Well, it turns out he has now gotten a bond, which is great for him because sure, it's a lot of money. It's 5 million British pounds, which is just shy of 7 million US dollars. But I mean, he's got the money, and now he's out of jail. He's not behind bars, and he can presumably go start his tour too. So he'll go on his tour, and then he'll have to face these charges. And if he's convicted, he faces jail time, prison time. But at least for the time being, I guess from Chris's standpoint, at least he's out of jail. I'm sure the producer would say, "Hey, look, keep this guy. We want to make sure he shows up for court." Nonetheless, they gave him bond, and he's out now.
That guy he can't stay out of trouble.
Yeah, he can't stay out of trouble. Now, I'll say this. Instead of Jordan being Bad News Bears, Chris Brown. All the Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
This guy just, can't seem to get away from the headlines.
Something, for as talented as he is as a musician, there's been a lot of obviously a lot of issues over the years, and I think a lot of times you say, okay, it's over with. He's matured. He's gotten past that stuff, and then something happened.
I'll be honest. I had no idea he was still doing tours.
I didn't either.
Oh,
what is he
you'd be surprised, Jeremy. Maddie, same thing. I mean, I think you'd be surprised at how popular he is.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michael, we love seeing you. It's been a while for me. You look good. Your hair's never looked better, my friend.
Thanks, Jeremy. I just do my beard a little different, but I
love it. You look like a GQ model.
Stop it. Keep going.
We'll see you next week, my friend. You can catch TMZ weekdays right here on Fox 49. Don't go anywhere. More fun coming up right after this.